Dock here with Baba is you, where we're gonna start the mountaintop! Right, this very second. Ooh, it's all chilly. I do like ice stuff, so let's see if this whole place fits my whole vibe and whatever. Shuffle! Is it gonna be doing swapped here, do you think? Lonely? Oh. Oh, wow. Is there gonna be no music? Is it all gonna be atmosphere here? Oh no, the music's gonna come in slowly. At the top of the mountain. Fascinating. Okay. So, lonely. Lonely is a new word. Oh, lonely Baba is you. Okay, meaning if it doesn't have another Baba around it, I suppose? I think that could be what that means, in which case lonely skull is defeat would be a good thing for us to be able to do, wouldn't it? How would I set that up? I'm just guessing what lonely means at this point. Oh, if there's nothing else on the same spot. Okay. Right. Very interesting indeed. So lonely is kind of like not. It's an adjective, I guess. I mean, lonely is an adjective. Not isn't, kind of. But in the game rules, I'm counting not as like an adjective. It's something that alters the noun phrase ahead of it, basically. Very cool indeed. Okay, I'm digging the ice mountain vibe so far. Although Volcano's music was very cool, and so was the Force to Fall. So we'll see how it matches up in a bit. But main thing to consider is I'm assuming we'll want to say lonely skull is defeat, so that it's the Baba is you thing isn't lonely, and also so that the skull stops being defeat. But how would I get that lonely off, do you think? Does doing this do anything? Oh, I like the way the music kind of like stops now and then just to give you the wind. That's very cool. I can do this anyway. So at the very least I can get out here. Maybe I could take the lonely thing with me and say that lonely cliff is stop? No, I can't really. Hang on. Is it possible to put skull as defeat up here? Sorry, let me just restart it all. Up here with enough room above it? So it is. Okay, sorry, so I can do this. And then get the lonely up to lonely skull as defeat. Okay, that was easier than I was expecting it would be. That was kind of what I thought I was supposed to do from the top, and once I understood what lonely did anyway. Right on! Solitude! We only need to do 6 in this place for it to be clear, so is this going to be a short world then? Like, is it just going to be this blue patch? Because there are 8 in there, so if you completed all these, it would be done. Anyway, Mountain 3, Solitude. Bird is us. Look at us tweeting around. Skull is defeat, flag is win, water is sink, box is shut, bird is us, box is push, rock is push, lonely key is open. Box has flag, wall is stop. Okay, so lonely can't be for anything that's open, because it needs to touch something else to open it, so that lonely something is open is basically functionless, unless open was something we didn't want. Box has flag, flag is win. So it's open the box. So I suppose we could say, I was trying to figure out what would lonely let us to do. We could say lonely something is push, lonely something is open, but we could also do lonely something is object. So we could say something like lonely rock is push. Oh, well that would... Like what I was thinking was... What is water actually? Sink. So, wait, never mind. I was going to say lonely rock is push this, that we push it over the water and it becomes a key, but we're not pushing it over the water. It's something it would sink anyway. Sorry, let me just rethink all that. How does lonely allow me to... Oh, if I had a not, I could say not lonely rock is push, and then I could, like, walk over it. Oh, I see. So that the skull here is probably for pushing text about, isn't it? I was just trying to think. The skull is probably for doing something weird with text, like... Lonely rock is push, but then like getting the push out of the way. There's a clear and specific shape here that's like supposed to let you get. It's almost like they want you to have the rock here, get over it, push it here, and then end up on top of it, get up, and then push it like that. But key also needs to be pushed at some point to get all that. So maybe the first thing to do is just say key is push and then get it. No, because then it'll sink if it's the first thing that goes. I see. Well, no, sorry, that's not necessarily true because we're going to take it off of push. So let me just set it there for the moment. Oh, wait, there's no rule against transforming one into the other. So why don't we just make them both keys for the time being? I don't know yet what making them have different rules would it be most helpful for. Okay, idea. Okay, idea. Key is push. Wait, hang on. Okay. Idea. Rock is push. Get that. I don't have it. It's not a fully formed idea. Just hear me out, okay? Rock is push, key is push, and then we're on the same spot, and then lonely key is push. Wait, why did I want that? I wanted that because I wanted it to be a condition such that it would let me through at some point and then later push it. I just didn't think about how it comes about. There's got to be something with like you push a statement that's fully formed through here and then you go up here and break the lonely off or something. But then what's this for? I can't shake the feeling it's something to the tune of getting them on the same spot and then being like lonely key is rock, rock is push, and then so you push the rock off it and then the key. Oh, so I guess the key transformed into it already. Oh, wait, hang on. I did that earlier, I see. So I was trying to say, lonely key is rock. So there's currently a key under there, such that we push the rock off it, and then the key becomes under us, and then we move again, and it becomes a rock. I don't know why that would help, but it feels like that's like the kind of thing we're aiming for here. But then also, the skull there, basically what I'm reading the skull to mean is push something through here. Because you can't go, so what else would go? I'm overcomplicating it by trying to guess what I'm doing before trying to guess how I'm doing it before I know what I'm doing, I think. Okay, so, whatever is open touches the box, and then we get in there. So, it sounds like we're pushing two things, one of which is going to sink in there, and the other one is going to be open. But I think they both need to be push, or they need to be the same object, right? So if we get two objects just like sitting right here on top of each other, the problem is, if we can get in, that means they're not push. Which is why I feel like it has to be like they're on top of each other and then we say lonely is push. Just to let you in visually on what I'm talking about here. Get them on the same spot. Lonely rock is push, and so that means that since it's not lonely, it won't be push, which means we can step over it. And then I can break the lonely, and then rock is push, so we can push it. Great. How do we do the key then? Oh, I can push the box in it. I didn't realize that. Okay. Sorry, I probably should have read that bit more carefully. I just totally forgot that the box... I just didn't think of it. Sorry. I also don't understand, actually, though. What, therefore, is the point of this little nook? Is there any whatsoever? Because it feels like it's part of the logic somehow. I just don't get how. I forgot the box was pushed. My apologies. Never mind it. What is Baba? Fine question is all. Text is us. Okay, right? Lonely text is us. Okay, so we've got something is up. I'm going to guess this is kind of like, fall, except the other way around. Oh, right, lonely text. Oh, wait, so lonely... Oh, right, I see, because there's a tile there. Okay, I was not understanding why that was like that. So, I can get Baba is move, or Baba... So, what, am I right that Baba is up? Oh, it just makes you face up. Okay, interesting. Which means I don't want to do that yet. I want to move you till you're here, probably, and then have you... Oops, not like that. Oh, the thing isn't a wall, as much as it looks like. I want you to be there, probably, and then move up and down to get the is free. And then if I stop, so now I can control the is as well. Ooh, right, okay, lonely is bad. Right, okay, I'm understanding. Well, that's a problem. So really, I actually do want Baba to carry you all the way to my elevation, so to speak. So that I can do this. And, okay, you're still lonely, I see. So I'm only moving Baba for one thing. Can I get the text moving here so that they're all... None of the text is lonely? Ah! Now I'm free, okay. And then... I just get his win going here, right? Oh, but now it's free as well. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I'll get you in your place in a minute, and then it'll all be good. Boom! Baba win is... Nice one, Admiral. Sorry, of course, I meant Baba... Ew. Like that. That's obviously what I meant. Well, if this mountain, it really is just this short little thing. That's, first of all, really cool, because it's like a mountaintop. It's like a little peak. But also, I'm really digging this world so far. Seeking acceptance. Okay, Lonely Baba is tile. So if Baba steps off the tile, Baba becomes a tile. Okay, sorry, let me read all of them. Flag is push. Sun is win. That's a new object. Wall is stop. Bird is move. Flag is flag. Baba is us. Rubble is defeat. It's also a new one. Bird is push, tile is tile. Seeking acceptance. Okay, so the sun is win and Baba's us. Those aren't changing. Tile isn't changing. Bird is move and push, flag is push. Those aren't changing. Walls stop, rubble's defeat. Those aren't changing. What we can change is all the stuff down here. Seeking acceptance. So bird is move and push, which means I could do something like wait until you're here and then get you going this way, and then at any point that I'm prepared to do something like this, and then make you sit... That this is, so I'm free to walk around this, for instance. Just as a sort of preliminary setup to this. Of course, this is trouble because I still can't touch the rubble. That's still a limitation of me. But I've got an on keyword, which the bird can manipulate. There aren't any flags, though, so I don't know why we have flag rules. The only thing I could change to be... well, we could do one of these situations. This is probably not enough logic being applied just yet, but if I didn't wreck that is, we could do flag is Baba is flag, something like that, such that I'm changing every thing, which might let the bird push us across certain portions, but I don't know what the on or the lonely is for in that case. Alright, so I guess if I wanted to break anyone, what I want is it to break tile, because that leaves all the logic that we care about intact. But just for instance here, so I guess what we probably want is lonely flag is Baba, such that I become Baba anytime I'm not on rubble. Basically, so I'm a flag when I'm on rubble and I'm a Baba otherwise, although trouble with that is then I'll be the flag when I'm on the sun, right? Unless the logic doesn't work in that order. Anyway, but what I'm curious about is flag is Baba is flag. It should mean I'm, like, dead every other turn, right? So to speak. That might be enough to, if I can have it happen in the right order, get the bird to carry us across the rubble sometimes, right? And so I want to be out of the way at first here, and then in the way now. Maybe the lonely was just for the whole tile thing at the start there. Oh, I see. Baba isn't push, so I would have to orchestrate it such that you're actually going to push me when I'm a flag. Oh, okay, weird. Okay, so that's probably the main trouble with this. So let's try lonely flag is Baba, shall we? Oh, maybe what we want is Baba on tile is flag. Such that I have to, like, I can like walk up here and then like become the flag when I want to be, and then the bird pushes me, and then no, I'll become Baba here, won't I? That doesn't help. If I do this, I'm just a flag. No. Well, okay, hang on. All right, so this might be right anyway though, because okay, we don't want to go on the tile. Okay, so before I do this, I want to set you up moving left and right, I suppose. Like this. And then I want this situation. And all I have to do is make sure that you push me like this. And then I stay a flag as long as I'm not, you know, as long as I'm on the rubble. And then I turn back into Baba here. And then I just have to make sure I can push you up and then right and left the way I want. Okay, I'm getting this. So the on was probably just for the whole beginning sequence there. Sorry, I'd do something more like this, and then that, and then, so again, wait till you're there, and then you gotta make sure I'm a flag when you're pushing me, which is like that, and then I'm not a flag, and then, no, wait, sorry, wait, just get out of the way of you, and then, oh. Okay, hang on. Oh, okay, right. Not quite right. Because I don't turn back if I'm standing on something the way I have it set up. And if I move here, I turn into it before I win, and if I'm here, I can't move. Okay, right. That's the problem with doing that. Which case, maybe what we want... Well, maybe we're not far off, but maybe what we want is lonely Baba is flag. And then flag is Baba. No, we don't have enough... Yeah, we do. So flag is Baba. Lonely Baba is flag, so at the moment it's going to be the thing where we're turning back and forth, but I have full control over Baba whenever we're not on, like, an empty, like, whenever we're not lonely, basically. Okay, that's probably better, because this is basically just the inverse of what I just had, such that now, oh, right, but that makes me transform back into the flag when I'm on rubble, so that doesn't work. So maybe we want something like flag on tile is Baba? Then what's the lonely for? Maybe the lonely is just the thing we want rid of at the start. Thing is, I feel like with the way the moving works, anything I ask you to get rid of, there's no way for me to retrieve it before you push it to the wall. Which isn't necessarily an evil, because I can still use it if I set things up the right way. I suppose. Let's just spitball and stuff here. No, I need that word, please. Give it back. Something like flag on tile is... Baba! Oh, how do I turn into the flag then? Okay, sorry, just think this out. So I've got lonely and I've got on. I'm thinking maybe the lonely is just something we want to break at the beginning, it doesn't necessarily come into play later on in the puzzle, where the on definitely does, because it's not used for anything at the moment, right? So it's not like there's just an on word sitting here that won't be used. So we are using the on. As for whether we're using the lonely, it's hard to say. Maybe it's just there to restrict us at the start, so to speak, without saying Baba not on tile is empty, because that would give you too many words. I feel like I was close with a few of the other things I was thinking. I just gotta put them together in a more cohesive way. So you're gonna push me left and right. I can say flag on tile is Baba. Oh, yeah, that's fine. No, wait. Okay, idea. Don't know what good it is yet, but let's just see this out. If I can get... I think maybe that's what the on is here, is to confuse me into thinking that I shouldn't push it from here, but if I do it from here, the flag goes against the wall. Oh, I'm just Baba's tile then. Okay, no, that can't be right. Never mind. If I do it this way, then the only thing that we're losing is, it's stuck to the wall as an is, which is fine. Because there's probably going to be one there anyway. You, my friend, let me just get you going where I'm going to eventually want you anyways. There's no chance of you hurting your feet on these words. So what I want is to be flag as long as I am on rubble, and ideally turn back into Baba when I'm on tile. So flag on Baba is tile. It kind of takes, it's going to be like the whole... I can't move it up and down anymore anyway. Right, I see the problem. That would have to be against the wall, because otherwise this is doing nothing. Also, I meant flag on tile as Baba. Well, that should be fine if I just get one of the flags to be the thing that's at the wall, I suppose. Like, if I were to do this, because then we still get all the ises to move, which is the important thing, really. You, friend, can go there now. So we want flag on tile is Baba. Oh yeah, all the tiles on Baba would be too easy, huh? Then we want Baba's flag, so I'm going to be constantly turning back and forth like this. Ah, I can't set that... Okay, right. If I set that up this way as it stands, I can't get over to start with the birding. Because there aren't enough tiles. I feel like getting rid of tile felt right. Because crucially, it's laid out so that it doesn't mess anything else up if you do that. It's just tile that is at the wall. So the trouble between lonely flag as Baba is that once we step on the sun, we're not lonely. Which makes it sound like flag on tile has to be Baba. So that we only transform back once we hit a tile. If I do that, though, my only condition for it to turn... I can say... Oh, wait. Wait, hang on. Maybe I've got it backwards. Maybe it should be like Baba on tile as flag. No, that doesn't... How do I turn back? It does feel like there's something pertinent in the way that the tiles are laid out, such that it's like there's a set here and then there's a row of them up there. So it's like the tiles are meant to be your safe space, like you're Baba when you're on the tiles, right? Such that they push you along to this next one, and then you set the bird up somehow there while you're on the tiles, and then you stop being Baba when you're... Oh, so lonely Baba is flag on tile is Baba? How is that possible to set up? Lonely Baba is flag on tile is Baba. I need both flags in that case. Baba is... Wait, hang on, that should be fine. That should not be all that difficult to set up, I wouldn't think. Now that I'm thinking of it. Because we're only gonna lose so many to the wall, so to speak. Lonely Baba is flag and flag on tile is Baba. Sorry, so that would mean flag has to be at the wall. Okay, sorry. Right on. So we'll do this. Flag has to be the wall because it has to be lonely Baba is flag on tile is Baba. Which means the Baba can't be at the wall because it's being accessed from sort of two axes. So we have to get it to the bottom, I think. Like this. Oh wait, hang on. No, that's not gonna work, is it? Because the second I step out here, without the bird to... Oh, I guess I can still have the bird. I don't know why I'm getting rid of the bird so early. I can still have the bird to push me across. Silly me. Sorry, you can still be like here to like push us across and things. I didn't mean to relieve you of your services so early. Right, of course, that's why they give you one extra space, is to do exactly that. That's a bit awkward the way I've got it, actually. But I have to have it this way because Baba is the end of the other statement, so if I were to rotate this 90 degrees, then Baba would be at the wall, which means I can't use it for the other thing. So it has to be this way, except... It has to be this way. Except, if as soon as I do this, I'm flag, and then the bird is in no position to help. Oh, silly Admiral. Why doesn't the bird do it then? Bird, I'm so underestimating your helpfulness in this mission, it would appear. I'm so sorry. Your skills are much beyond what mere mortals can comprehend. Oh, except I can't get you back now, can I? Which is fine. That's not a hard fix. It is a fix that is a long way back, but all it means is I need to do it one up. Like so I can still get under you to push you up. Okay, so I think I've got it sorted now. So Lonely Baba's flag on tile is Baba. So basically, we step off the tiles, we become flag. We step onto the tiles, we become Baba. And all I have to do is navigate the bird to navigate us across all the tiles. So if you could pop over there and then get past us here, and then I'm gonna stand here, you can carry us. Oh, sorry, I've got to become a flag. Push us across. I end up on the tiles. I'm Baba again. And then, oh, right, actually, sorry. I've done the same thing again where I've not given you enough room. My poor feathered friend. Apologies, if you could do that, please. You cross me there. I'll be the flag. You push me across. Now I'm Baba. Now you go up. Now you go left. Now you go past. Now I go flag. Now you go push. Now I go Baba. Now I go sun. Right. Awesome. Ooh, I don't know. I'm pushing my time a little here, but let's go do one more, shall we? Tectonic movements. Haven't seen hind or tail of a secret mission yet, like an extra level, which is probably for the better, because I feel like they'd be pretty difficult in this place. Let's see if we can round out one more before this episode is over. I probably shouldn't do that, but because this might be another long one. But let's see. Texas float. Tree is sink. Lava's defeat. I haven't been having too much trouble with mountain yet. Texas float. Tree is sink. Lava's defeat. Pillar is pushed. Lonely dust is lava. Rubble on Baba is dust. We haven't seen dust, so if we what's rubble again? Is it defeat? No, but I turn it to dust as I walk by. Oh, and lonely dust is, then it turns to lava as, okay, right. Hence tectonic movements. So we can push pillars along. I don't really yet see how I would use that to, like, stop something becoming lava or whatever. Anyway, we're trying to get flag to be win, I'm pretty sure. And then get through those trees, which are currently sink. Whole bunch of rules at the bottom left there we can't change. Pillars push is something we can move around, which feels important. We want them... Okay, I think I'm seeing what the predicament is here. We want them, two of them, in fact, to push and sink the trees, but as soon as we go in here to do flag as win, we can't get back out. Unless there's a pillar already sitting there. So I'm thinking all we gotta do is get a pillar there. Well, I say all we gotta do. We want to get a pillar there, and then say pillar isn't push. So this way it's not lonely anymore. Oh, I probably shouldn't do it like that. Don't know what the best way to break it is, but something like that. I see we have to do it in 2 loops though, basically. So we can do it this way and then get flag as win and then get out and move again. But we now can't get back to do pillar as push because I've blocked off my only 4 entrances and exits. Save the final thing there. Ooh, now that I think about it, I could save an entrance, couldn't I? Sort of. But I was gonna say I could save an entrance such that I could push this other pillar to where it needs to be, and then I've only used one of my entrances, but I can't push it if it is not pushed because I did that. Is there something to be done about putting the text in the rubble then? Because it's only Baba that turns it to dust, right? So it's like they want you to have the text in there and then change it on the fly whilst you're in the rubble. Something a little like pillar is push. So that is now true. We get these in here. One of my exits is messed up. Oh, so I really should do it like this. Okay. Let me think about this. Get one pillar here. Get that there. Get this like this, so we do... and then we go in through here. And get this where we would like it to be. That kind of creates a hard wall, though, doesn't it? Even if I do this and then break it. That's not really very good. It does let me get in here and then get back out, but I would need to get the pillars all across a way that they aren't. So like this, and then... This still gives us room to move? Oh, I'd have to break it like there. which kind of defeats the purpose. I think I'm perhaps overcomplicating this. Let me start with this. No, sorry. I don't feel that this was overcomplicating it. This felt right. Pushing the pillars in from behind. Like this. Not like that, really. I'm just encasing myself in lava. Maybe putting a pillar on either side was right. Because what I'm after is to get... We're gonna need at some point to do a pillar... Put a pillar here so that we can get in, boink, and get out. But that requires access to another exit. Probably this one. But that isn't quite right, because if I do it that way, then there's no way I'm getting the pillars out of there. Which I need... Oh, I only need one to get across at the end. Right, okay, sorry. I don't actually need both. In which case, this is a lot easier than I'm making it out to be, isn't it? Sorry, I was thinking I needed both pillars to survive by the end, but that isn't quite right, is it? Which case, I think perhaps this whole pillar on either side plan was sensible. I'm trying to think if there's any merit to going through a different entrance, but it feels like the one closest to the flag is win thing makes the most sense. Because I'm blocking off the least this way. Tell you what, I can get it on the same spot as pillar if I do something like this and then do that. And then, like, we can sort of push them together. That doesn't really help because as soon as I push it down 1, then we're off. I would need to push it down 2. Unless I can do, like, no, because then it's immediately not pushed and I can't go back. Okay, right. Sorry. Doing it back this way, so... Nope. I'm already stuck there. It's gotta be like... Duh, but then get rid of the word, but I've already blocked everything that way. Oh, so maybe it's more like... no, that still doesn't leave me room. It's like doing this would have to stop pillar from being pushed, so it would have to be like... It would have to already be set up in like a vertical way, like all some kind of weirdness. Okay, so I'm feeling like the multiple entrances and exits is like... I probably have to use all 4, right? So it's like I'll go in one way and then go in the other way and then do something and then exit out, and then I'm only going back in once more to get the last pillar, shove it out here, and then sink it. It doesn't actually have to be a pillar, it can be text that I sink also, now that I think about it. Oh, no, text is floating, never mind. Sorry. I don't feel like I'm far off the answer here, though. I'm just not visualizing it well, as is typical. Yeah, because it's like, as soon as I do this... Oh, you know what, sorry, that's probably is as simple as doing this one, then. And just making sure there's still a path to exit. Sorry, so that should really be like... Well, it's probably fine if I do like this. Get it here. Sorry. Like this. Get that broken. Then make flag as win, get out. Oh, but I would have to make pillars push again, wouldn't I? Because it is the only other thing. So I'm close now, because if I had it now, I could just... I just need to make the pillars push words retrievable. Which actually, shouldn't be that hard. How do I do it, though? Oh, can I simply... Hang on, maybe if I push it one further, and then go, like, around? I don't know, I feel like I'm burning my ways out here. And the thing is, the way it's laid out, I can't go, like, boom, and then go up, and then, like, push the whole thing down. Does pillars push need to be in here? Yes, because I need to break it once I... Oh... Yeah, because even if I cover the entrance with this one, and then, like, get this over here, if I were to... Well, I can't leave this way because I'm just going to push it out. Okay, yeah. I'm, like, really hovering around the answer here, so I just need to, like, laser focus a visual route here. So I do believe that I need to break pillars push whilst I'm in the rubble. With all my heart, I believe it. But I need to do so in a way that is retrievable. I think. Oh, retrievable only from the upper side, though. Okay, so basically that just means break it from the bottom, right? Like... No, but then I don't get the pillar back. Without circling back for the pillar, which is encases the words. Okay. Or does it? I haven't ruled out the possibility that I'm supposed to... start from one of the upper ones also. I just don't know why it would help yet. It would be the sort of tricky, thing you wouldn't think to do kind of thing. Oh, hold on. Is there any merit to having you further in here? Like, there's not really enough room for that. By design, I'm pretty sure. So the way I'm understanding it, I'm going to get a pillar down here. I'm going to then say pillar is not push, such that I can... No, that doesn't make sense, because I was going to say so I could walk back out over this one, but that is silly, because I'm going to need it, again, to end with, by just doing this, basically. I'm pretty sure the function of this thing down here is to go in here, set the thing up here, break flag as push, get back in, flag as win, this one's safe now and you get back out. In which case, it needs to be the text after the pillar, I'm pretty sure. As in, the text going first. Sorry, I realized the way I said it was very vague. If I'm understanding, there needs to be one here to cover us as we go back in. Well, no, what's the point of that? No, that's not right. You're just for later, I'm pretty sure. So it should be like... Push this here. Go up here and break this in a retrievable kind of way. No, sorry, I didn't push it far enough. Go up this and break this in a retrievable kind of way. Get down, do this, and then return through here. And then... Oh, I see. I can't go back in and out twice now. So that pillar would already have to be in here somehow, and I'd have to go... But I'm like making a wall as I do this, so this at the least is not right. What I have to do is break the pillar's statement in such a way that it's easy to repair. Like... Oh, well, yeah, more like that, I guess. And then okay, I think that maybe is correct, and then all I would have to do is have had you over here. So get you where we want you. Break this here, leaving us as much room as we can, realistically. Make that. Get out this way. Okay, I think we've got it. No, not quite, because you need to be further in, don't you? Well, that's fine. Probably. Maybe. I need to just visualize it, I'm afraid. Get you further in there. Once again, get you where we would like that to happen. Put that there. Go here. Is win. Go in through the top. Fix the statement, and we can't retrieve you. Okay. And why can't we retrieve you? Well, because I set it up over there. What are the odds I can... How do I do that without doing that? I need to push it in at least this far, right? Otherwise there's no... Oh, do I just... break it in a different way? Is that still retrievable? Yeah, maybe? No. Not with still being able to push the pillar, it isn't. What if I do this? No, it doesn't leave me enough room to do everything. And I wanted that because I need to push the pillar from up to get it to go down. Which means I can't go back up, which means the only other way to push the pillar would be from down. Which is fine if it's like that. If I had done if I had put the pillar on the left side, then I would have had to cover the text to get to the pillar, which makes it impossible to fix it, basically. So I have to do this at some point to get it here. Because this will not cut it, because I have to push it out of the way. If I do this, there's no way to break it and then get it back up. Okay, sorry, that's not right. I think I'm right that the first thing is going in this way, coming out that way, and then the next thing is go in this way, fix pillars, push, grab the pillar, and go. Which does mean the pillar would have to be here, and we would approach it from... Would that even be possible? Yeah, it would be possible. It would be here, we would approach it from here, go push, and then go and then push it down here, and then go okay. That's how it ends, I'm pretty sure. Which basically does mean it's going to be here, I think. Unless there's a way to use it to secure another exit already, but it only secures the exit. It doesn't secure... So that's only really for the flag is win thing, because it doesn't secure the path, just the literal tile that is the exit. The one that you can't help but trot on twice. Bah. So that's just for flag is win. I don't need to worry about covering any other exits that way, I'm pretty sure. Which means we just need to worry about where this pillar is, and I think it should be there then, which means I'm very... And if all my logic to this point is sound, it means I'm close with this approach. It's just about how I position this pillar in relation to the text, and when I break the text, etc. As I understand it, this has got to end up here before I break the text, which basically means doing it like that, the way I have it set up. Which means I have to turn left now, because that's the only way to get closer to the text. Without moving the pillar. Which means I'm only going to go back through this way once the pillar is no longer push, and then I'm going to, after that of course, exit this way, and then come back around and do something like, fix pillars push, then take this and do the thing I was just saying. I have like a good portion of it laid out in my head, but how do I break just pillar is push? Or from what side do I break pillar is push? If I do it from here, then I have to move left to do that, and then I've made it really hard to fix. Perhaps not impossible, but really hard. Let me just verify how hard. I have to go which does not leave me enough room to get the pillar. So it's not that. Similarly, doing is like that does not leave us enough room because we cover the path as we walk it. And there's no way to get pillars pushed to be lower down on the screen, so to speak, like closer to the bottom of the screen, because I would have to push it one at a time, which I cannot do. So that would suggest that the only way to do it is with pillar, except that it was also a problem, wasn't it? Because that immediately blocks off my rightward access to the pillar. And it's not as though I could have left the pillar where this lava is, gone down and fixed this, and then gone back, because there's no going back at that point. And as soon as I fix pillar as push, there's no going back through the pillar as like a safe zone. So had I left the pillar here, say, then I couldn't go dun dun dun, and then, you know, if this was safe, go back up there and do it, because then I would have created a wall, for one thing, between the right and left sides. Anyway, there's so many hypotheticals I could look at here, but none of them appear to be doing the thing I'm after. This feels like the closest thing. It's just like, so it's like there should be some way to make it work. If I do something like this, then when I come back, there's no way to get it there without exploding. I'm pretty sure I had to do it from the bottom just because that's the only way that I'll be able to access it from the top. So that feels so close to being right, but it just isn't. By like a hair. I don't want to give up on this yet because I feel like this particular way of thinking about it, because I feel like this isn't far off the solution, but if it is far off the solution, then I'm totally wasting my time thinking about it from this angle, most likely. But I don't feel wrong in saying that the first entrance and exit we're doing is go in here, do this thing, go out here, because I don't see any other way it could go. If you go in from the top and then do the flag as win thing and then return out through the top, well, going from the top to the bottom creates a wall, so that can't be right. And I don't see a way that pushing you through this one would help. Let me just do it. In case there is a silly and obvious way. As anticipated, that means I have to go here to fix it, which is, I'm just blocked the whole thing now. If I go through this way to fix it, that doesn't leave us enough room. To do a lot. Oh, but it does. No, it doesn't. Wait, would it be possible if I had done something else a little differently? Like, give myself more room? Was there a way? No way back now. Right. That doesn't feel far off, though, does it? But again, the way this game works, being close to the solution doesn't always look like it, and looking close to the solution doesn't always mean being it. There was a way we could get the pillar onto the text, but it does not feel helpful because I'm going to be pushing the pillar down, so that means I would be breaking the text down, which doesn't really offer future us coming from up here a way to fix it. I keep doing the same thing, feeling like, oh wow, that looks like so much more room this time, but it isn't. It is the exact same amount of room it was priorly, and it is not enough. Knew I shouldn't have started this one. I do feel like I'm close, though. Something I haven't tried in a while is sending the pillar first. Again, not that I have any idea how that should help. In fact, it should only make things more difficult as far as I understand, but clearly nothing else I'm doing is working. So, we must attempt it. If only so we can say we did. And so it's now astronomically more difficult to retrieve the pillar from where it is. Like, that's ruins everything to do it that way. Doing it this way means there's no accessing the text later. That's something weird like we push these in this way and then access it from up here. That doesn't really make sense, does it? So I don't think I'm on the wrong track with pillars push and a pillar go in. Pillar goes down there, and I break pillars push, and then do flag is win, and then exit, and then I enter again through one, fix pillars push, exit through that same one because there was a pillar there, and then loop it around to push the pillar back through the remaining one. And if I'm doing it that way, I think it has to be in the order I've been doing it. So it's just, how do I make that pillars push easier to repair? I think. Oh. Well, can I... No, I guess not. I was going to say, can I push the pillar further with something that isn't me, like the other pillar? And yes, I can, but then I won't be able to get that pillar back out the way it's shaped. Hang on a minute. Why did I think I needed to do... Why? Let me try putting the other pillar in this way, which is how I was doing it at the start. Why did I think that was bad? Does it become hard to retrieve the... It probably becomes hard to retrieve the second pillar then. Similarly to the text. Sorry, I meant like this. It becomes difficult to retrieve the second pillar, I assume. Especially if I do something like this. There's no getting that out of there. There just isn't. And something like this. Oh, well, no, I won't be able to walk over the... I'll have to do this, and then there's no getting it out after that. Or is there? Wait, maybe. Hang on. So then... Doink. Oop, sorry. Startled me. And then... Doink, and then... Doink. Oh, it was that simple for so long. What simple? I say simple. It was, that solution existed for so long. Let's put it that way, shall we? Wowzers, okay, so I was not nearly as close to the end, the solution of that as I had thought. Although the whole, like, putting the pillar on either side thing was something that came to mind earlier. I just didn't see the use of it, but I was forgetting that even when it was in the middle, you could still... Well, I wasn't that I forgot exactly, but I wasn't seeing how it was useful that when it was in the middle, you could still do the thing where it becomes like a safe zone. What that means, though, is you could do something you can't normally, where you fix the words while you're on it that make it push, and then step above it, and then step back on that same spot. Stepping one place and then stepping back is normally something you can't do, the way that was shaped. But that allowed you to do it just that once to get the pillar out of there. Boosh. So I was quite close to the idea of the solution for a while there. So it is looking like 3 more normal stages of the mountain, and then we'll be done with it. And perhaps there'll be 1 extra stage in there. We shall see. Next time on Baba's Eve, because that is all for now. The next video on the channel is going to be some more of the Dark Pictures anthology Little Hope, where the QTEs continue to be really good. Really, really good. That is all for now. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Go in here. It's more like shoot this person through a window or something. But if Clace was in the other building and I'm right about that, then that means this is the guy with the photograph. So I had to get in here somehow. So there's a key somewhere. Well, last time I had to turn off powers that someone went to investigate. It was because there was